My name's Duddits, I do builds and stuff. Today I've got an underrated build for you, very underrated. It's a build I've covered once or twice on the channel before, Void Warlock. This build is chronically underrated. We're going to have scatter projectiles everywhere. We're going to be featuring the brand new seasonal artifact pack, the Old God's Rite to make purple rain clouds, nothing manacles. All of these things are scatter projectiles infinitely, and then we're going to be running Slayer's Fang for even more shatter void projectiles. A combination of nothing manacles, the Old God's Rite and the Slayer's Fang is absolutely ridiculous. So much damage. You're going to have void purple rain clouds spawning on you, shattering projectiles from the shotgun, and some absolutely insane damage with the scatter projectiles from the nothing manacles. Scatter grenades, absolute crazy. Stay with me, I'll break it all down. We're going to start off with a brand new seasonal artifact pack, the Old God's Rite. After picking up an Void Breach, dealing damage with a void weapon creates a rain of seeking projectiles, and you can boost it to create more projectiles on final blow. So a quick little breakdown on how this works. So basically, create a Void Breach, which we'll go into. I want to show you how to make infinite Void Breaches as well, so we can have this infinitely up all of the time. So create a Void Breach, pick up the Odd Breach, and then your next void weapon kill, well, it does actually say kill, but it's actually a hit. That will actually create loads of these little void projectiles from a cloud, a bit like death from above. It doesn't do absolutely massive damage, but it's just an excellent added bonus, and it does do just enough damage just to help you out with a certain build with weakening. So basically pick up the Void Breach, and that is just going to create a void little rain cloud above someone's head. It says a kill, but you don't have to actually get a kill. It's just a hit, and that will spawn that. So I just wanted to show you that working. And like I said, we're going to have infinite Void Breaches with this build. So stay with me, I'm going to show you how to create an absolute crap ton of them. And when I mean infinite Void Breaches, I mean infinite Void Breaches. Echo of Harvest, defeating weakened targets, creates an Orb of Power and a Void Breach. That's one part of it. So every time we weaken something, we're going to create a Void Breach. Now, if you add in something like Nothing Manacles, where you get 2 scatter grenades, they're also enhanced. These little pocket beauties do loads of damage. They weaken with the Echo of Undermining. Fragment, obviously you're going to get 2 weakening grenades, and your scatter grenades with these do really nice damage as well. So you've literally got 2 ways straight off the bat, but we've got loads more to show you as well. Just to create infinite Void Breaches with the Echo of Undermining, 2 scatter grenades, absolute nuts. You're going to create loads of these Void Breaches, as you'll see in this clip here. Not only am I creating Void Breaches, I'm also creating absolute ungodly amount of orbs as well, because every time you defeat a weakened target, it does create a Void Breach and an Orb of Power. So you've got loads and loads of orbs of power, literally all around, which is absolute added bonus. But you'll see there, that rain cloud, weakening on top of that. Now, if you add in a Slayer's Fang, it's got a Nightworn Sight perk on there. Final blows activate True Sight. This also weakens as well. And it's also got the Heart Piercer on there, which gives you shatter submunitions on impact. So you've got loads of shattering, void submunitions from the shotgun, loads of extra damage, loads of weakening. And of course we're running weakening, we may as well take advantage of the Repulser Brace refit, so you're going to get an overshield as well. So as well as your Nothing Manacles and your Echo of Undermining, you've got 2 ways of creating these Void Breaches, plus your shotgun weakens. You can also run something like Blood Buried Bloodline or Heart Shadow, they all weaken as well. But that's just like so many ways of weakening to keep that Echo of Harvest going. That's how we're going to create the loads of Void Breaches in the orb. So just to sort of clarify, you've got your 2 scatter grenades with Echo of Undermining. You've got various different weapons, i.e. the Slayer's Fang. I'm running that. You could also run Heart Shadow for weakening. And this shotgun, I found is a bit underrated. It absolutely slaps. Look at the state of that. It absolutely does loads of damage. Now, as well as that weakening, you've also got Child of the Old Gods on the Void kit as well. Don't forget. This is going to create Void Soul. Every time you put your Rift down, that travels towards a target and weakens. You've also got Feed the Void for Devour, so you're going to have loads of survivability. So as well as the weakening effects that you've seen, you've also going to be able to add Child of the Old Gods onto there for even more weakening. And as a result, you've literally got infinite void breaches and infinite orbs. Plus you've got loads of survivability with Devour. It's an absolute joke, does loads of damage, loads and loads of free extra damage that you wouldn't normally get, and it just feels absolutely crazy. Repulser Brace is just something you should really take advantage of with all the weakening as well, because this is going to give you a nice overshield as well as your Devour. You've got various different Repulser Brace weapons in the game, and like I said, the shotgun does have Repulser Brace refit on there as well. So take advantage of Repulser Brace. You'll see in this little clip here in the expert loss sector. You've literally got overshield up consistently because of all the ways you're weakening with Repulser Brace. So that's just added to your survivability again, and you've got Devour working nicely in the background. You got your scatter, damage, projectiles, void ones literally everywhere with Nothing Manacles and Old God's Rite. The combination of Nothing Manacles and the Old God's Rite just feels very, very special. It does loads of damage, and you've also got that shotgun doing them shattering rounds, flying left, right and centre. It's just void heaven. It is just absolutely crazy. So much damage, and you're literally spamming these void damage projectiles everywhere. It just feels so good. The combination of everything working together, you'll see in this clip here. I'm having so much fun. It is an absolutely crazily fun build and extremely useful. Damage, overshields, survivability, weakening, creating orbs for your teammates, infinite void breaches. It's a joke. Now the Slayer's Fang does get a bit of stick, I've noticed online, but I found this shotgun absolutely amazing. So much damage, and especially if you just go in to damage something, lob your scatter grenade down just before you do a bit of damage, and you'll literally 2-3 shot everything in the game. It's just a joke. Get your scatter grenade down from your Nothing Manacles, get your shotgun out, and pretty much everything will just die. If you're still with me, I just want to sort of focus on Nothing Manacles itself and how good these are, especially for end game activities. Really useful, just for like ad clearance and your teammates. Don't forget as well with Nothing Manacles, obviously I've mentioned you get 2 scar grenades. The weakening is really good for you, and it's exceptional for your teammates as well. Just adding that infinite weakening on. Nova Bomb is always extremely solid. And if you're throwing your Nova Bomb at a distance, make sure you throw it before you stun the unstop to get maximum damage, just like so. A quick clip here, just showing you again just a bit of usefulness, a bit of extra damage for you and a bit of extra damage for your teammates, that weakening effect. I'm going to show you the rest of my fragments, etc. in a moment, but again I just want to show you the damage of the shotgun. I think it's a bit underrated. I really enjoy it, and it does do plenty of damage, just like so. 2-3 tap pretty much anything in the game, especially with a scatter grenade behind you. Echo of Undermining, your void grenades weaken targets, which we've touched on. That's an absolute must for this build. We are also running Echo of Harvest, which we've touched on again. Underrated, the amount of orbs you create with this build on top of the void breaches, don't forget, loads. Echo of Obscurity, I really like this one. Finish of Final Blows, grant invisibility. I found this extremely useful, especially for up close builds. And an Echo of Persistence to make your Devour, Overshield and Invisibility have longer duration. Now, I'll just sort of be honest with you, I've used this build for 3 days, and all my builds are very honest. I won't put a build out if it's not very good, and the synergy, when it's all working together, is absolutely exceptional. It's probably my favourite build of the season. I think Void Warlock, I think it's right up there. Honestly, I wouldn't put a build out that wouldn't be very good and you wouldn't have fun with. It's an absolute shredder. It does loads and loads of damage. Very good. And that's just being honest. I won't put a bad build out. There is some other seasonal artifact perks that do enhance this build as well. Power from Pain, rapid final blows against weakened combatants grants you a Devour. You've always got Devour going anyway, but just in case, you might want to use that one. Void Renewal while Devour is active. Void Weapon Final Blows have a chance to generate a Void Breach. Even more Void Breaches, which isn't really needed, but you may as well throw it on. Supernova, after picking up a Void Breach, your next source of Void damage will weaken. That's a really good one to run. And then obviously we've got Old God's Rite, which we've touched on a little bit already, but they all sort of work nicely together. I'm not going to go through every single mod, I'll leave a dim link for that, but I'll show you the most important ones. Grenade Kickstart for Nothing Manacles. This enables us to get maximum returns on our grenade kickstart if you run stacks on stacks as well. So if you pick up an orb of power, it's going to get you 2, so you've pretty much got 2 or 3 armor charges going all the time, which will work really nicely with your grenade kickstart. You're going to get like 20% of your grenade back, and that does work with double charges as well. Now, Harmonic Siphon for Void, Weapon, Final Blows, create an Orb of Power. Paired up with your Echo of Harvest, you've literally got so many orbs. It's absolutely crazy. And so that little combo of mods is something that's really, really strong. I'm going to leave, obviously, like I say, I'll leave all the mods there just in case you want to pause it. And I'll also leave a dim link in the video description as well. So that pretty much wraps up the video. Let me know what you think. Like I've mentioned, I'll say it one more time. Void projectiles galore, and it's an absolutely insanely strong build. Very, very underrated. And I don't see anyone using it. So there you go, get on it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.